Ophelia of Denmark, was created by William Shakespeare and is portrayed as a young noblewoman of Denmark, said to have lived during the late 16th century in the imagined royal court of Elsinore. What kind of young woman was she, so gentle and loyal, yet caught in the crossfire of a prince's madness and a father's control? Why did her heart become the quiet battlefield between love and obedience? And what would ultimately push her from reason into despair? Ophelia grew up as the cherished daughter of Polonius, a respected advisor to the Danish court. Her brother, Laertes, often guided her with affection and warnings, reminding her of the dangers of royal love. Yet beneath her innocence, she carried a deep emotional strength, shaped by her devotion to family and her quiet, patient heart. As Ophelia blossomed into young adulthood, her life took a complicated turn when Prince Hamlet began to show her affection. His words were poetic, his eyes filled with both sorrow and charm. Yet their love was never meant to be simple. Her father, Polonius, and brother, Laertes, warned her to keep her distance, fearing that Hamlet's feelings might be fleeting or driven by politics rather than true devotion. Torn between her family's command and her heart's quiet yearning, Ophelia obeyed but suffered in silence. When Hamlet's behavior grew strange after the death of his father, confusion filled her world. She longed to understand him, but every meeting only deepened her heartache. In the grand halls of Elsinore, love turned into a test of loyalty and emotional endurance. The Danish court grew darker as suspicion and deceit spread like fog. Hamlet's erratic behavior left everyone uneasy, and Ophelia found herself caught between her father's schemes and Hamlet's unpredictable words. When Polonius ordered her to speak with Hamlet while he and King Claudius listened in secret, she obeyed without question. But the meeting shattered her heart. Hamlet's sharp words and sudden anger left her trembling, unsure whether he was mad or merely pretending. The palace, once filled with ceremony, now echoed with whispers of betrayal. Ophelia's once gentle world was turning into a labyrinth of fear and confusion, where truth and illusion blurred. The laughter that once danced in her voice faded, replaced by silence, the kind that hides sorrow too deep to name. After the tragic death of her father, Ophelia's fragile world collapsed. Grief and shock consumed her gentle mind, and the once obedient daughter began to wander through the halls singing broken songs of love and loss. Her eyes, once calm and bright, now reflected the emptiness of a heart that had endured too much pain. The courtiers whispered that she had gone mad, yet there was still a haunting beauty in her sorrow. One quiet day, Ophelia walked near a willow tree that bent over a stream. Drawn by the water's calm shimmer, she reached to hang her garlands upon a branch. But the branch broke beneath her hand, and she fell into the stream below, her voice fading into the gentle murmur of the current. News of Ophelia's drowning spread through Elsinore like a quiet storm. Queen Gertrude spoke tenderly of her final moments, describing how she floated among the flowers, incapable of her own distress. At her funeral, Laertes wept openly, leaping into her grave as Hamlet declared that he had loved her more than 40,000 brothers could. Their words came too late for the gentle soul who had been torn between duty and love. The courtiers whispered that heaven had reclaimed an angel far too soon, while others wondered whether her death was fate or despair. In paintings, poems, and songs that followed, Ophelia became a timeless muse, a reflection of purity overwhelmed by chaos. Artists saw in her story the sorrow of innocence destroyed by deceit, and writers found in her silence the voice of all who suffer unseen. Her story has endured through centuries, reminding us of the cost of silence and the fragility of the human heart. Thanks for watching.